My assignment requires me to find 2 peer-reviewed articles on how any of the following subjects relate to nutrition. Number 1, sports drinks. Number 2, non-prescription drugs. Number 3, addiction recovery. Or number 4, illegal drug use. Since I like to drink sports drinks from time to time, I decided to research that topic. But my instructor also told me that the peer-reviewed articles also need to be case studies. I asked the librarian for a good place to find peer-reviewed case studies involving sports drinks and nutrition. She suggested I use a database called ScienceDirect Journals. She said that not only does it have a very large collection of content from nutrition journals, but it's also one of the only databases which will actually tell me which articles report the findings from case studies. Let me show you. To get into ScienceDirect from the library's homepage, click on the Articles tab, then Complete List of Databases, and select ScienceDirect. Find the right box and type in a few keywords. I'm going to try sports drinks and nutrition. At the top left, we see the number of results from our keyword search. Down the middle, we see the individual results and the details of the articles, such as article titles, authors, journal titles, volume and issue number, and so forth. We can also quickly determine whether the article is available as a PDF by looking for the symbol here. If that is absent, and we see the purchase option to the far right, we know that the UVU library has not purchased access to this article within its database. Along the left, there are many options to help you refine your search. ScienceDirect is primarily an article database. However, there's actually a lot of content from books. In fact, this filter tells me the exact number of hits in my results list that come from books. If we check books and then use the exclude option, we will lose exactly the number listed here from our total number of hits. See, the math is perfect. Since it's so important to use recent research when citing science articles, I've found the year filter to be especially useful. Let's limit this to the last 5 years. To display the most recent results at the top of the list, I can sort by date rather than the default relevance. Of course, there are more filters, which are worth taking a closer look at. All of these features exist in most databases in one form or another. But what makes ScienceDirect so unique and helpful for this assignment is that it will actually tell you whether or not the article you found is a case study. Science research typically begins with a study, trial, or experiment, and the methods and results are then reported in what's called an original research article. This data may then be used by other researchers to support an unrelated thesis. This type of scientific writing is called either secondary research or a review article. I like to think of it this way. Original research starts scientific discourse, while secondary research continues it. Since scientific publishing is different from other types of academic research, ScienceDirect adds the feature of labeling each article as either an original research article or a review article. My instructor requires articles marked original research. I must also find one related case study. Fortunately, ScienceDirect makes that easy too. Click on the title for the article information. To the right of this information, I can see that ScienceDirect has actually labeled related articles. I can click to load that article's bibliographic record to see if I'm interested in it enough to select it as my second case study. Make sure it actually is a case study by checking the label. If you're unhappy with these suggestions, there is a second way to find related articles. Just check through the bibliography at the bottom of the record. ScienceDirect does a great job of providing links to the articles cited in bibliographies. If they can provide access to the article, there's a link to the PDF right in the citation. This can be a lot to digest. Feel free to watch this video as many times as you need, or contact a librarian for help.